Hello everyone, Neighbor here, Southern Fried Knowledge, coming to you on a Saturday morning. It is Saturday, February 14th. Should I have said Happy Valentine's Day or some such? I don't know. Anyway, I got things to do out here. Got the van opened up. We spin it, get the shop open up. Got these two boards here. We're going to transform them into some ramps. That'll work on the back of the van. They're going to kind of have drop pins that mount these two ramps right here, so I can put my jack table in here so I don't have to bring the cargo trailer over to the big Athens job. If that makes any sense. Just getting things turned on in here is why it's a little dark. Yeah, these brackets right here, these 4 or 5 pieces here's what's gonna 3 or 4 pieces, not 4 or 5. It's 4 pieces. That's gonna make us some ramps. Open up the birdhouse, open up the cargo trailer, open up the dumpster. We burned off a good bit of branches and bushes and stuff yesterday. Got a little bit more. Got even more piled up over there. This fence is starting to look a little better there. Other than it's sagging, so I got to get the brace work from my fence and stand it back up because vines and trees and stuff pulled it over. We got to stand it back up and brace it back up. I won't do that no more. Still got a little bit of more stuff to pull out of here and clean this up a good bit better. Got one cartload empty there. We'll get the fire going again in a little bit. I'm going to work on them ramps a little bit today. It's going to be raining tomorrow. Whatever's going to happen with this dumpster's going to happen today. I called yesterday and told them to come pick it up Monday. It's just going to cost me a couple extra days. I just couldn't get through. I still got some bushes and trees in the fence over there. I don't like to get rid of that big old rotten tree over there, but if all that's going to happen. Also have, I don't know if I can get to it from right here. We can see what I'm talking about. There's bushes over there by that fence. I'd like to take them down and put up a privacy fence right there. Probably need to throw this in the dumpster, huh? She's starting to look a little rough. Yeah, I think it might be a good day to put him on the dumpster. I got a toilet to change out today, so the old toilet's gonna go on the dumpster. As always, I still have a lot of things to do, and I'm an old, crippled up man that don't really feel like doing a lot of them, but you just gotta keep pushing, folks. You gotta keep pushing. That's all I gotta say about that one. Anyway, let's see how much of this we get done today. I think one of my first projects is probably going to be working on those ramps, so I'll make sure I got them because that job, I'm probably going to head that way Wednesday. Anyway, I will talk to y'all more later when we get a little bit further on down the road with this project. Stick around. Avery will be back, hopefully. Okay, here's update number 1 for today. We're kind of putting a pause on these ramps for a little while, not for very long. We're hauling loads with the lawnmower, digging up stuff out of the dirt, getting some of this stuff raked up a little better where we can pick it up. Gotta get some neater piles. Gonna pick this up. Then we're gonna clean this area over here up a little bit better. Wish I could fit my lawnmower between there. I don't believe that lawnmower's gonna go up in there to mow that down once I got it trimmed down best I could with the trimmers. Anyway, we're plugging along. Not very fast maybe, but steady. Slow and steady ought to get it done. Today's work sponsored by V8 Energy. Pomegranate blueberry flavor. Good. Now, folks, here's an update. Still out here cleaning up my yards and throwing stuff on this dumpster to haul stuff off. Just wanted to make a little bit more comment on this saw I bought here a while back on Temu. This battery's one that I got later. This is a 4 amp hour battery that comes with two amp hours, which is pretty sufficient considering I got this saw, 3 extra chains, safety goggles and gloves, which are admittedly the gloves are pretty flimsy, but you didn't buy it for that. But it's a 6-inch chainsaw. I have cut, I can't tell y'all how many limbs I've cut with this thing out in the front yard. I don't know if you can see through the fence. He ain't want to lock on, is he? Anyway, I've cut all the stuff out there in the front. I've cut all this stuff back here in the back. Most of this is with a chainsaw. Some of it's with a little hedge trimmer. But, like, here's a good example of how I have just tried to kill this thing. Like I said, come with three chains. This is still the first one, too. Now, I'm impressed with this chain. I've been cutting these bushes that's growed into it. I've been cutting notches. I've been cutting into this metal and scarring it all up. That should destroy a chain. This tree here grew all around it. I've cut it up in pieces. I've been working on this tree for a little while with this thing, but it's getting it. It'd probably work better if I changed the chain, but I don't want to mess up another one of my good chains getting into this chain link. If I don't get it in just a little bit, I've been trimming the grooves out to get it to come out of the chain. I got some of that to cut loose. But going back to this chainsaw, comes with 3 chains, comes with 2 batteries, a carrying case, safety gear, tools to work on it with. It was $24 or $28. I mean, this thing should have been $100. Easy. Now, like I said, I ordered this battery after the fact. I want one a little bit stronger. I still got my other 2 batteries. I'll probably put the other chain on. In fact, I am so impressed with this that I ordered another one yesterday, because I know, as rough as I'm being on this, at $20-something, I'm going to destroy it. I've still got a bunch of trees around here to cut. Plus, I mean, I might have a helper out here one day. We could have 2 of them going at the same time. But if not, while they're $24, I'll snatch me another one up. Then I'll have 4 of the little batteries and then this one big one. That ought to last me for quite a while. But, I mean, just look at this crap I've been cutting out of here. I am very well impressed with this purchase. Now, when I bought it, this isn't the brand that it advertised. It looked like this, the color. Instead of Unexi or whatever that is, it was S-H-I-T-U. Shit you. I don't know if you're supposed to say it Shitu, but I bought it because it said shit you on it. I thought that was kind of humorous, but they did not shit me. This thing cuts pretty good, y'all. Anyway, I'm going to get back in here. My battery should be getting a little weak. I'm going to get back in here. Even the motor starting to sound a little rough. I mean, I have been rough on this baby. I probably need to take it apart and clean it and change that chain, but I'm not going to put the chain on there as long as I'm cutting through this. But what? And it's kind of hard to do that one-handed while getting in there without. I'm trying not to get into the chain link because obviously it's not cutting it, but it ain't helping the blade none, the chain. I'm trying to score it where it'll come out of there, and I might just have to come back and snip this thing, but I don't want to have a hole in the fence if I can help it, because then I'll have to come back and patch out. Anyway, let me cut a little bit more, and then I'm going to take a break. I'm getting kind of tired out here. see that chain start. Yeah, that ain't normally how you use a chainsaw, I know. I'm kind of whittling it back. No, this blade is so dull it's not even fun. I think my battery's about shot, y'all. Or am I about to burn up this thing? She's not doing that now. She has declared she wants to rest. Well, there she goes. I don't recommend doing this one-handed while you're trying to film it, but that should attest for how easy it is to use, but for safety standards, I wouldn't recommend doing this a lot. Do as I say, not as I do, you know. Alright, well, I'm going to end this for right now. Well, I'm about ready to go take me a break, y'all. I'm kind of puny. I've been doing this, cleaning up, trying to fill this dumpster up for a week now. It was last Saturday I started on this. It's getting about noon, I think, Saturday the 14th, Valentine's Day. What am I doing? Out here clipping on the fence. Work's got to be done. It's going to rain tomorrow, and I got to get my butt back to normal work next week. Oh, wait. It's getting cleaner around here. I mean, that part is a fact. I probably should try to push that styrofoam back a little bit. I might be able to get my lawnmower in there if I straighten that pile out a little. I'm confident that this can be moved without crushing me. It is moving, you know. I'm just that strong. It does have wood up on top of it, mind you, but get it wide enough I can come back here with a lawnmower and I can trim that right down. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. There's supposed to be insulation going in the birdhouse. I don't know if I'm ever going to get around to doing that. Alright, well, that's all I got for right now. Spin it. I am tired, y'all. Anybody wanting to volunteer? I ain't wanting y'all to give me $3 on Patreon or none of that. I'd rather you come over here and help me work. Show me what you got. Whew. There's my dumpster. Still got a little bit of room on there. Considering I've been doing it a week, and this is like my last day because it's going to be raining tomorrow. Hopefully will be a toilet on there later today or tomorrow, because our toilet's about to give up the ghost, and we had ordered the toilet and it got here a day or two ago. So I'm going to have to, as hard as this is and as tired as I am, I'm going to have to work on a toilet shortly, probably later this afternoon. Let's go take that break, I promised myself. Bye for now, y'all. Bye-bye. Hey there, over here. You're also working on the ramps for loading this thing up in my spin it. These brackets here need to be put on these boards here, and then I need to tap some holes right here to be able to put the ramps there. And if that makes any sense, I'll show you once we get going here with this thing. So hold tight there just a minute. Let's see. Spin it. And and it's going to go there. bolts right here. Some drill bits. Because I do believe that these bolts are going to be bigger than these holes. Whoop, maybe not. Maybe not. There we go. Now, how big? That might do it. That looks pretty good there. That's what my biggest complaint about all drills in America today is the chuck ain't worth a damn. It won't hold a bit. Why is that? A big old fluffy problem with keyless chucks, y'all. Yep, that works there. Now, because this has that little square on it on the back, you want it. Ooh, what's that? Now I can probably drive that in. Let's see if we can. Am I doing that right? I think we are. Let's see if we can drive that in enough. Actually, you can. Oh yeah. Cooking with grease. Yes. That's what I'm talking about, boys and girls. Washer nut. Washer nut. Probably do it without the washer. Or put some Loctite on there, don't I? But anyway, let's see what size we need to tighten that up. Probably ain't gonna sit there. Hold for one moment. Let's see if I got something that will do what we want it to do with this size nut. I don't have all day to look for the proper wrench. This is a metric. I think that was probably a half. This is a 13. It will turn the nut. If you turn it the right way, it will, folks. No way of losing his noggin these days. Probably would do better with a socket, but this will work. Might get my socket wrenches out in a minute because I got one on the impact that needs to go back in there. Keep me from skinning my knuckles putting these on. That end of this one, I don't know if you can see that right there. That looks pretty good. We got to put this little end stop on down on the other end. Then we got to put it where we can put a drop pin and put it down into the back of the, back it up a little bit more there. Let's spin this baby. See what we got right here with these boys. That ain't right, is it? Of course that ain't right. This is what is right. Yep, that is right. Is that right? That don't look right to me. Why don't that look right to me? Oh, Avery has been smoking this stuff today, y'all. He has. Most certainly has. Now, go like that, or the other way. It's going to go like that. That is absolutely correct, boys and girls. Yeah, that looks quite doable. That, spin it just for shits and giggles purposes here. Am I on the ball? I think I am on my hitch ball here. Which, ooh, boys. That's how you sink a splinter. You got to watch it with these old boards doing stuff like that right there. Let's bring it up here a bit. Bring it up here a bit more. I won't be drilling no holes in this part of my van if I can help it. Ooh, right in the face. Wash your nut, wash your nut. We're going to get our wrenches out, or our wrench set out. Yep. Half-inch impact. See if we can. Because I needed to take this socket off of here that stayed on there the other day and I forgot about. Have one of these boys are done. D-U-N, done. He's gonna wind up sitting right there somewhere. That will work. I believe that's gonna work pretty good. Let's put him out of the way for just a minute. Gonna have to do a pause for the cause for a minute, and then we're gonna come back. This next one's gonna be a little bit extra hoopla on it with that notch I had to cut in there. Be back shortly. Okay, y'all, we fast forward in a little bit. Working on our second ramp now. Hammer time. Look. look pretty crooked. Are they just coming out crooked? Or am I imagining things? Yeah, that's right. That's not right. Something ain't right here, y'all. What am I doing wrong today? We're losing it. Yep, putting it in the wrong way. Got too many projects on my head today, y'all. They're just not coming out as they should. I'm telling you though, that was right. I'm telling you it was. It's gotta be right. Why is that not right? This didn't look right, but I think it was right. Wash your nut. Wash your nut. Washer. Nut. Washer. And nut. This notch right here is for my rear door latch, so it will fit up around it. Are you getting there yet? Hopefully. See what my fire's doing. Fire's okay. Yeah, I went and lit a fire a minute ago. Okie dokie. One more piece to put on, then we gotta put it where we can hook it to the back of the van at times so nothing rolls out the back when you're trying to use that. Looking good. Bolt, bolt, sink it. Washers and nuts. Just because I know how my luck runs sometimes, I got 2 extra of everything. 2 bolts, 2 washers, 2 nuts, in case there was some kind of problem cross-threading or anything like that. Sometimes it's a good idea to save you a trip back to town to do something like that. Alrighty, now let's clean the back of the van off before we try this other part. Shop vac will probably work better. That's cleaning it in a hurry. You ain't got time. Now the old man's out of breath. Reluctant to do a lot of that with my hand because I might get a metal shiver or a splinter. Metal shivers are no fun, I can tell you that. Alright. One of my boards is warped pretty good, you can tell. See how it's standing up over here. But we didn't have to buy this 2x12 that was 12 foot long, and that's probably saving us $50 or $60, so I could deal with a warped board, I think. Alright, put that one in a sort of position. Bring this one into play. Put him in a sort of position. That's where that warp's gonna look bad, but it'll work. I'm pretty sure it's gonna work, y'all. Now, what was my measurement on that thing? It's mostly for the jack table, but I can also use dollies on this. Let me check. I think it was 16 and a half or 14 and a half. The center of the jack table casters is 14 and a quarter. I think it's gonna work pretty good. Just got to get it lined up a little bit better than what we got it lined up right now. That one that way. This one come up and in. And over. Probably up and in some more. We'll bring this one in as far as he can go. Bring this one in. It's not rocket science, but we do want it to look pretty decent. That looks pretty good there. That leaves us 1.125 inches on the board. Some more, so one of them's got to come in some. Oh yeah. 1.25 inches right there. That's getting pretty good right there, y'all. That looks pretty good right here. Now what are we doing, you say? All right, I'm going to spin it, show you a little more detail what's going on right here. If I was to roll something off and on here or walk, it can risk flopping off of there. So I'm going to put some pins in here. I'm going to drill some small holes, which I got to drill holes in these because I need a bigger hole in that and that. Then I'm going to drill a hole at the back of the van, 4 of them, and drop these pins in. Hopefully there's nothing right there. I might want to check that first in that channel and go through slow with the drill if nothing else and drop a pin there. It's that or shoot a metal zip screw in there, and then you got to unmetal zip screw it, and you're going to have a rough edge on it. I think you're better, smarter to put this pin, and that pin ain't going to fly out. The biggest problem with these pins, going to have to put them in some kind of storage thing and store them where I don't lose them, because I don't want to leave them back here, I don't think. We'll see. It might be deep enough where they don't bother me just leaving them in those holes. We'll see. Alright, so I got to open these holes up bigger to start with, and then I got to drill that other out. So let's stop that for a minute, and I'll come back to you when I got that, and we'll see what this looks like. Okay, I'm going to say that so far I've drilled one hole. So far it's worked pretty good. Let's see what we got here. That pin, don't that look pretty? Now, I'm also probably going to show you why I don't like these keyless chucks, because this one did that. I got to open this hole up. Not push it too hard so it don't start slipping. If I can help it. If I don't go through all the way, if I can help it either. Not too hard. Another pin. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. Makes it look like I almost know what I'm doing sometimes. Sometimes I love it when a plan comes together. Oh, that's got something over there. There goes my slipping chuck like I was talking about. Hold on. That don't want to drill through that at all. that went through. There's probably an extra piece of metal because of this door hinge there. Probably what that is. All day, all the way, boys and girls. Slip, slip, slip. I told y'all how much I hate a keyless chuck. Well, that ain't never gonna drill anything right there. That is flaming pieces of garbage, boys and girls. Got a hole sort of there. Why it won't finish that hole, I don't know. Looks like another piece of metal down there. I'm gonna have to put the camera down. Thank you, Keyless Chucks of America, and people that design them. All right, right there, we have all 4 pins in here. Should be able to pull my jack table right up this ramp. Back it right up in here. Push it right back down. Them ramps ain't gonna fall because them pins is holding them in place. Then when you get through using that ramp, you just simply pull these pins out with your hand. I wonder what it's going to look like if I lift those pins in there. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, we might can do that. We might just leave the pins right there. I don't think that's going to affect the way the door closes. I don't see no way it could. Have done ingenious things again, folks. Now the problem is don't lose the pins. Drop pins in the hole. Pick up the pin you dropped on the ground. Gonna move my boards out of the way because I got other fish to fry. I'm still working on the fire pile over there. Still trying to do some chainsawing in the chain link fence trees that's growed through it. That's being interesting. So that is all I got for right now, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Bye for now. The sky is burning. I believe my soul's on fire. You are. I'm learning the key to my desire. Bad company, burning sky. And we burning some bushes, y'all. Keep them going, keep them going.